Hey, hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once. Do me dirty, I'ma find you, lay your out on the floor. 19 with a, I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now it in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been on my haters, you could say I'm constipated.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
On second down, Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Okay, forget the end result. Yes, it was a loss of yardage. But I do believe, help me out here, I saw 2 running backs in the backfield. I didn't know people did that anymore. What a nice try by the offense, but the defense was there to foil it.
Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
That first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They start on the ground with Geis, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On first down, this is Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Third down, here's Geis. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Breeze now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Telvin Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Easy. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Here's Breeze. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in the contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back to throw. Jordan Reed has it. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Picked off at the 16. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle. So
Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. To throw, it's Brees. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Brees now on 1st down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Here we go.
Brees to throw again. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Brees going to sneak it. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Here we go. Hey, cut his right. Watch that in. Get set.
Throwing on 1st down is Brees. Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now Brees steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Des Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So out now come the Redskins. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A deep ball for Dotson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Back to throw here. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll drop to throw. Josh Doxson's got it complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch him now, Barney! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Watch him now, Barney!
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They come up in an offset eye. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And his kick is right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go. Ready? You ready? Under. 5-8, 5-8.
On first down, Breeze escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Breeze to throw on second down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And give them a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is now 14-10. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
11.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll let it fly in the direction again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Going deep here for Bryant. That's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dez Bryant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think
and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
I think throughout his rookie year, every time Marcus Davenport makes a play, I'm going to think back to draft night. When New Orleans moved all the way up to 14, and everyone thought they were going to pick a quarterback, and instead they took this defensive end out of UTSA. They gave a love letter to their quarterback, Drew Brees. Better defense means a better offense for the Saints.
Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught on the right side, Reed. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And the Saints signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. This is Geis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He'll get it up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a system by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the ocean.